Hello! I just got a package in the mail, so let's open it. Hello. I'm back. Today I'm going to be reading the Lorax. Good. I need something to do, you know. Get out of here. Get out of here. Just bring a chair out here. See that? See? Yeah, pretty sweet, right? So, that's something to do. I got a pair of pliers. Fix your pencil. Actually, since I got the pliers, you know, well, almost did the trick. Almost. Alright. Try again. Doesn't seem to want to work. Let's just get into this then. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get started. What else can we do? So, the audio is going to get way better from here. We got this amazing mic setup that I got from Amazing, right? Amazing? Is that right? Amazing? Whatever.
3, 2, 1, go. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Oh hey, there's Ed Helms. The Lorax. Did I pronounce that right? The Lorax? Or is it the Lorax? By Dr. Seuss. Spelled Seuss. I don't. For Audrey, Lark, and Leah. With love. The street of the lifted Lorax. At the far end of the town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. It's where Ed Helms lives. You know, he's the Onceler. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled moo. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks, and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Here is the boy. He's throwing the 15 cents, the nail, and the grandfather shell of a snail into the bucket, so Ed Helms will be able to lift it and create whatever he creates. So, yeah. Alright. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count, to see if you paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his grooveless glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper-my-phone, for the secrets I tell you, I tell are for your ears alone. I'm gonna know him, and you're gonna know him too. Slup. Down slups the whisper-my-phone to your ear, and the old one-slur's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose. He sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Isn't that just gross? Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long time ago, or such a long time back. Whatever, I can make up my own words if I want to. I have the freedom. I'm an American. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the songs of the swammy swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright-colored tufts on the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barloots, frisking about in their barbaloot suits, as they played in the shade and ate truffle trees. I mean, truffle fruits. How are they going to eat a tree? That's retarded, Cletus. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffle trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch... Wow, I really just screwed that up. I meant to say, the touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. He's unloading his cart, and he's about to be like, how bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally, like me. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill, and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a Thneed. Whoa, that's like the Thneedville. Thneedville, what a magical place. Yeah, us Southerners. We're a bunch of weirdos. See, that was running through my head because someone else had said it. I didn't actually say that. It was like it was it 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 was him. It was him. It was him. The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He's orange. He has a yellow mustache. He's small. He doesn't really look like a man, but he has arms and legs like a man. He has these weird feathery hands. He's bald. That's about how you would. That's how I would describe him. Yeah. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. He didn't look like the description at all. Some people better wash your hair. For some reason they just don't care. Snipers that wanna be rifle sights are aimed at me. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffle tuft? It is a sweater! Oh! Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. My mom hates me. Whoops. Rewind. Wah, wah, wah. Look, hang on. There's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful, you see. It doesn't actually say that, but it would work. This thing is a thenede. A thenede's a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses. So far we can tell that it is a onesie. I'm fine. Fine, really. I'm fine. Just leave me. Don't actually. I gotta finish this book. A needs to find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy would agree that there is no one on earth who would buy that for need. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong, for just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the sneed I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. That's really cheap for a onesie. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, with a radio phone, I put in a quick call. I called on my brothers and uncles and aunts. I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Wensler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wensler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting needs, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffle trees. Why don't they just take the stuff from the top? See, they've got the colorful stuff at the top, and why don't they just cut that off, and then they could make their onesies? Then, baby, oh, like baby, 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 oh, how my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were making sneeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, "I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloos who played in the shade in their barbaloo suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle fruit to go around, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies." Then how do they have gas? They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business and business must grow. How bad can I be? Business must grow regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. Oh, you need us a need. You need us a need. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay, so northwest. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my bigger in my factories, bigger in my company. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the sneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more sneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Alright. What page are we on? Like 35? Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when the old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. "I am the Lorax." He coughed and he whipped, he sneezed and he snuffled, he snargled, he sniffed. "Onceler," he cried with a cruffleless croak, "Onceler, you're making such smoggless smoke. My poor swummy swan nerds. Why, they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in their throat." This is real sad. Pollution, America. "And so," said the Lorax, "please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off." "Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you smogged up around here." "What's more," snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Wait, did it show his face? No, it doesn't show the Onceler's face. I bet it's gonna be an Easter egg in the end. "What's more," snapped the Lorax, his dander was up, "let me say a few words about Gluppity Glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop. They get Gluppity Glup, also Schloppity Schlop. Schloppity Schlop, Gluppity Glop. Look out, Frosty go. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you, Ed Helms. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary. Woefully weary. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Bless my heart. In search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. Dad. All you do is yap yap and say, bad, 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 bad. Well, I had my rights, Sir America, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and bigger! Turning more truffle trees into needs, which everyone needs. It's the last tree. And at that very moment we heard a loud whack, From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree, then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad backward glance. As he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, I'll never forget the grim look on his face. When he heisted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years when my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is gonna get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's a truffle seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, and the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. Wow. I love that. I love that book. Well, thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and
Okay. Well, looks like I missed like 30 minutes of life. That's weird. Alright, let's get started. At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows,